Hey, what's up, YouTube? Happy Monday. This is Swiss Army Dan coming at you with another Swiss Army knife video. And today I wanted to talk about the Phillips driver on Swiss Army knives, the one that we know so well. I did a corkscrew video not that long ago, so I figured it's about time to do one on, this back layer Phillips. So I think I mentioned in other videos that the Phillips came around in Swiss Army knives around 1952 is when they finally started. The Phillips didn't come around at all until around the 1920s. And they started making these officers' knives in 1891. So it well predated the Phillips. So when you find a Swiss Army knife with the Phillips on there, you know it's going to be at least dated 1952 or after. And the first incarnation of the Phillips is what we have right here. And it's see, it's round on two sides and then square on the other two sides. And on the inside, it's got a file. And this one is probably one of the very first ones, like, within that first 10 years, if it'll focus at all here. Um, but it's kind of, oxidized and you can't see it that well. But I think it's a great use of space. It's cool to have a file right there. You can use it for a nail file or other filing jobs. Really cool tool. You'll notice that the end is solid on here. So that predates the can key, which we'll talk about. And so, yeah, this is one of those older knives with a solid rivet and a little cutout for the yaw here. That's a more recent acquisition of mine. So I wanted to include in this video. I actually have all different models here with the Phillips on it to keep things exciting. So yeah, that's the first version of that you'll get of the Phillips. And what I had believed up until now is that they went straight from this Phillips with the file on it and no can key to one with the can key and no file. But so, and that would be like this one. So it's flat right here and it has a can key in it. You can see through there. Pretty cool, huh? But this one here, this is an early automobile. And in German-speaking countries, they sold it as the Automesser, which means car knife, translated literally, or automobile knife. And this is the patron's, or Saint Christopher, the patron saint of travel, which is really cool. And he's on there. I thought they should include that on this traveler, but they didn't. But whatever. I'm just being funny. But would have made sense, right? But what this one has is this squared off Phillips here and no can key. So this is like the white stag to me of Phillips drivers on Swiss Army knives, because I'd never seen one, and I've seen a bunch of Swiss Army knives. Never saw one that was flat here with no file and then solid at the end. All the ones that I've seen are flat and shiny right here do have that can key. This is the first one I've seen that doesn't. Maybe they only put it on the Phillips knives. I'm not sure. This one does have an Phillips tank stamp, which is gonna place it before 1974, the best I can tell. And instead of a small blade, it has this technician screwdriver, which looks like it was broken off here, but maybe you could still use that tool for something. But it doesn't matter. What a cool knife, What a cool example. It's got these older metal tip tweezers on it too. Really cool score, Ralph. So this one's not mine. I actually just got it for a buddy. I'm going to be shipping that to him soon. So don't worry, Ralph. And he actually does a lot of work on SackWiki. So big thumbs up. Thanks a lot for all that hard work you do on there. For all his collectors, Ralph. We really appreciate that, man. And this thing will be headed your way soon. So, yeah, moving on. This is the next incarnation of the Phillips. It's flat, like we said, and it's got a can key. Okay? And so they continued this. I thought from around 68 until, 80 to 82-ish from what I can tell. But there might be a year, at the end of the 60s where they were just like this. But they might just be like that on the Elinox knives. I'm not sure. If you guys have more information on that, I'm dying to know. Here's another. So this one has the clip point blade, and it has, the flattened screwdriver, Phillips there. This one is the same kind of screwdriver, just on a 91 millimeter instead of a 84 millimeter, and it has a spear point blade. So this is probably an early 80s knife. This Hofritz, I'd say like around 80, because I'm pretty sure this isn't nickel silver here. I'm pretty sure that's stainless steel, which is around an 80 change. So maybe this is an 81 or 82. But I think they went to the rounded Phillips in the early 80s. Around 82 or so. But here is here's a Tinker with the big V on there, saying it's post 86, and it's got a rounded Phillips. So it's finally flattened off a little bit closer to what we're used to now, and it does have the can key. And if you don't know what the can key is, it actually, you put it in a can and you open it that way. Like big cans of ham sometimes have that, so there'll be a little tab sticking out. You stick this in there and just wind it open, which is pretty cool. But I don't think there's too many products that still need one of those these days. So there's that can key. And then it ends with the modern Phillips that we're used to now. Solid end here, no can key, round all the way around. And it's stayed like that since 92. I don't think there's really been any changes in the Phillips since 92. So, I think that's all I had to say about these Phillips drivers. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Be kind to each other. Swiss Army Dan's out.